கையும் வாழும் துணை குலதெய்வமே துணை. கையும் வாழும் துணை குலதெய்வமே துணை. English 9th standard Samacheer. Learning the game. Page number 2. The camp involved a session every morning and evening at Shivaji Park. I would practice between 7:30 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. in the morning. Then I would come back in the afternoon and practice till late evening. The schedule was rigorous and I would be exhausted by the end of the day. Traveling to Shivaji Park took 40 minutes. Took 40 minutes from my house in Bandra. Traveling to Shivaji Park took 40 minutes from my house in Bandra, and I had to catch an early morning bus to make it on time. For the first few days, Ajit accompanied me to get me used to the routine. During the bus journeys, he would talk to me about the nuances of batting, and I always enjoyed these conversations a lot. In fact, the one thing that I have kept with me all my career is a note that Ajit gave me containing some thoughts about batting. It served as a very personal coaching manual. For the first few days, Ajit accompanied me to get me used to the routine. During the bus journeys, he would talk to me about the nuances of batting, and I always enjoyed these conversations a lot. In fact, the one thing that I have kept with me all my career is a note that Ajit gave me containing some thoughts about batting. It served as a very personal coaching material. As a child, I had only one set of cricket clothes, and the routine was to wash them as soon as I had returned from the morning session. While I had my lunch, the clothes would dry out in the sun, and I would wear them again in the afternoon. The pattern was repeated in the evening so that I could use the same set of clothes the following morning. The system worked well apart from my pockets. There was never quite enough time for the pockets to dry out completely, and for the entire duration of the camp, I played with wet packets. The pattern was repeated in the evening so that I could use some same set of clothes the following morning. The system worked well. Apart from my pockets, there was never quite enough time for the pockets to dry out completely, and for the entire duration of the camp, I played with wet packets. By the middle of the summer camp, Sir had started taking an active interest in my batting. At the end of 2 months, informed Ajit that I had the potential to be a good cricketer if I practiced all year round. If I practiced all year round. However, my school, the New English School in Bandra, did not have cricket facilities, and Sir was keen for me to change schools if I wanted to pursue cricket seriously. One evening, Sir called my father and put forward his suggestion. Ajit was in the room with my father at the same time, and they both accepted that it was necessary if cricket was to be my priority. My father sat me down and explained that while he did not have any objections to my changing schools, I should do so only if I was really serious about playing cricket. I assured him I was, and so it was agreed that I should move to Shardashram Vidya Mandir, where Acharya sir was the cricket coach. All my excess energies were getting channeled into cricket, which acted as a kind of safety valve. My father always said that all he wanted me to do was give it my best effort without worrying about the results. My father always said that all he wanted me to do was give it my best effort without worrying about the results. In my first year at Shardashram, I played 55 practice matches during the summer break of 60 days. In my first year of Sharadashram, I played 55 practice matches during the summer break of 60 days. My summer sessions used to start at 7:30 a.m. and end at 4:30 p.m. My evening session would start at 5 p.m. after only a 30-minute break. During the break, sir would often give me some money to go and have a vada pav, a popular Mumbai fast food. During the break, sir would often give me some money to go and have a vada pav, a popular Mumbai fast food. Between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., I would have to I would have five more net sessions. Towards the last 15 minutes, sir would place a 1 rupee coin on top of the stumps, and if I managed to avoid getting out, the coin was mine. Between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., I would have five more net sessions. Towards the last 15 minutes, sir would place 1 rupee coin on the top of the stumps, and if I managed to avoid getting out, the coin was mine. The coin was mine. The coin was mine. 1 rupee coin. In this session, every bowler in the camp would come and bowl to me with some 60 to 70 boys fielding. It meant that I had to hit every ball along the ground to survive those intense 15 minutes. It meant I had to hit every ball along the ground to survive those intense 15 minutes. Winning the 1 rupee coin used to give me immense satisfaction and taught me how to concentrate even when physically drained. Winning the 1 rupee coin used to give me immense satisfaction and taught me how to concentrate even when physically drained. At the end of it all, sir would tell me to run two full circuits of Shivaji Park with my pads and gloves on. That was the last part of my training, and I would be completely exhausted by the end of it all. It was a routine I would repeat right through my summer holidays, and it helped me to build up physical and mental stamina. I would repeat right through my summer holidays, and it helped me to build up physical and mental stamina. Occasionally, my father came to take me home, and I would always ask him to treat me to a special fruit cocktail at a juice center near the club. While this regular demand was a little unreasonable, because at the time I did not realize that my parents also had to take care of the needs of my brothers and sisters, and my father would invariably end up giving me what I wanted just to see the happy, just to see me happy. My father would invariably end up giving me what I wanted just to see me happy. On other days, when I made my way home from Shivaji Park on my own, I would often fall asleep on the bus if I managed to sit down. Anyone who has been on the Mumbai bus at the peak hours will know just how difficult it is to get a seat. On days when I wasn't so lucky, it was still a challenge just to stand with a kit bag because the bus conductors would invariably complain about me taking up the space of another passenger. It could be embarrassing because the conductors were often rude and would sometimes ask me to buy two tickets. I didn't have the money for the second ticket, and I had to learn to take these remarks in my stride. Dirty clothes often added to the embarrassment. With time, I involved a way of wrapping the kit bag around me, just as a helmet and pads became a part of me while batting. So the kit bag became an extension of me on the bus. I would often take the bus or train from Bandra to Churchgate, and it was all a great learning experience. Even though I loved cricket, there were still occasional days when playing with my fields at home. Sorry, even though I loved cricket, there were still occasional days when playing with my friends at home was such fun that I would conveniently forget I was supposed to go to the nets. If I didn't turn up, Acharya sir would jump on to his scooter and come to find me. Sir would spot me in the Medi and virtually drag me out. I would come up with excuses, but he would have none of it. He would get me to change and head off to Shivaji Park. On the drive, he would tell me, don't waste your time playing insane games with these kids. Cricket is waiting for you at the net. Practice hard and see what magic can transpire. On the drive, he would tell me, don't waste your time playing insane games with these kids. Cricket is waiting for you at the nets. Practice hard and see what magic can transpire. We need to have proper career orientation. Your personality plays an important role in choosing the type of career you want. Choose something you enjoy and really want to do, and you will be really successful. Choose something you enjoy and really want to do, and you will be successful. Choose something you enjoy and really want to do, and you will be successful. At that time, I hated being dragged off, but as I look back, I feel sheepish about my actions and can only admire Acharya Sir's far-sightedness. Sir also punished me on one occasion when trying to teach me a very important lesson. Once I bunked my daily evening practice to watch an inter-school cricket match, not anticipating that sir would be there. He was angry and he said it wasn't for me to come and watch other people play, for if I practiced hard enough, one day people from across the world would come and watch me play. He was angry and he said it wasn't for me to come and watch other people play, for if I practice hard enough, one day from across the world would come and watch me play. Had it not been for Sir, I would not be cricketer I turned out to be. He was a strict disciplinarian and did everything he could for me, and I owe myself to him. I owe myself to him. I owe myself to him. Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar was born on 24th September 1970. Sorry. Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar was born on 24th April 1973 in Mumbai, Maharashtra. He is a former Indian cricketer and a captain widely regarded as one of the greatest cricketers of all time. He made an impact in cricket from a very early age, displaying a prodigious talent. The world famous cricketer has set many records in his career and is considered one of the greatest batsmen of all times. He is the only player to have scored 100 international centuries and the first to score double century in a one-day international, and the only player to complete more than 30,000 runs in international cricket. He played 664 international cricket matches in total, scoring 34,357 runs. In 2012, Tendulkar was nominated in the Rajya Sabha. He retired from cricket on the 16th November 2013. Learning the game is an extract from his autobiography, Playing It My Way. Arjuna Award, 1994. Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award, 1997. Padma Shri, 1999. Padma Bhushan, 2008. Bharat Ratna, 2013. Learn the meanings of the words glossary from the glossary. Emulate, overawed, induction, rigorous, nuances, pursue, stamina, cocktail, kickback, stride, embarrassment, melee, transpire, farsightedness, bunked, crossroads, deteriorated, influence, fear, passion, ultimately. Wish you all the best, my dear. Study and get good marks.